Did we see them play it back then?
That's true. Even then they got deleted. What worries me about NAVI is, are all the things they instituted in the bootcamp going to work right out of the gate? Because you come in with some of the changes, if they fall flat, that's a very worrying sign. Fast from Vexite, top player of stage 1 in this major. Going to try and perform here in the pistol round on Train.
Yeah, Vexite, let's see if the confidence continues into the second stage here. He's pushed all the way down towards Hell. It's a good position to have this early in the round. Bit going for a peek in the hallways.
Bomb.
That's a great kill to find because, as you said, Jason, the bomb is picked off the back of the pack. And the rest of FlyQuest, well, they're eradicated. They're gone.
Yeah, they've all died outside so quickly that the round just feels like it fell flat. Nothing really to do. Try and recover this bomb. This is the one kill. Now you know it's a crossfire. Good kill. There's one out towards upper, and Bit's got a new position.
JKS still trying to fight out Bit behind this box. Bit not giving him the shot until that peek comes in, and then he'll give him the shot right between the eyes.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.
He's been
Now they're holding.
Yeah, FlyQuest know the possibility, but it's a trap here with Bit. So Molotov going to keep half of it at bay, and with that Molotov, Bit just backs away. Knows it'd be an isolated fight if FlyQuest move forward.
Mins. Getting spotted shoulder around the corner, and as soon as they bite down on that pop dog peak, you can see how quick Bit flies up the ramp. I like this from NAVI so far.
Yeah, a little tentative from FlyQuest. I mean, they stepped in and controlled the position, but not super motivated to really clear it out. Just kind of hanging out and waiting and giving NAVI time to make the call.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like Bit's pretty locked in right now, Jason. He's not missing a beat. He's very quick to these kills. He's not making any mistakes, even in the mechanical department. He's looking very sharp to kick things off.
Yeah, that did seem very comfortable and backing away when the Molotov came in and coming right back into the fight when it clears. It's going to be 3-0 for NAVI. 20 more seconds in this save as Vexite and Edic just say, there's nothing we can do here in a 2 versus 5.
Well, FlyQuest has shown an ability to come back into the games. We talked about that with Legacy. And
I love this call from NAVI as well. After you've just wrecked him and teammate in 2 rounds in a row, okay, well, they're going to try something else at least to open up the round. Let's set up the op. Let's set up Bit with him on the ramp, and let's be prepared for an inner attack.
There's Alexi holding on. Vexite goes down by the wayside, and another round where Vexite gets nothing. And you were just mentioning how he was one of the best players of the last stage, and obviously FlyQuest need him to show up here if you're going to be able to compete against NAVI, but there's just no options for FlyQuest. There's no fragging output. They've had 3 kills.
I mean, this is the devastating thing for FlyQuest is, I mean, NAVI has just knocked them off their game so fast at the start of Train in the first 3-4 rounds.
Round 6 is about to end, Jason.
Yeah, that's a good point. 3 kills in 6 rounds is, ooh.
Kaze peeking out, another one added to his collection. Jumps with the USP out, Regali at least taking that.
And you can save the op, and that's all you can do.
You don't want to lose it, that's for sure. So he gets into the start of the smoke and no scope through it. So absolutely no mercy from NAVI today against FlyQuest.
But keeping someone outside for a few extra seconds might be a nice thing to have.
Good pick here from Regali. It's at least one going back the way of FlyQuest. 20 seconds though, they've got to get into B, and there's still 2 players
There's
here.
no time.
They've got to go back towards Pot Dog, and yeah, they're fizzling out of time already. 15 seconds, still charging, still giving it a good go. But look who's waiting for them. It's Wonderful on the orb, ready to strike them down. The smokes are up for the time being, but Alexi being Wonderful now chiming in together. That bomb plant isn't happening, and the round certainly isn't. It's 8 rounds in a row for NAVI.
Yeah, I mean, that might have been, again, it's because they were able to hold on to that utility with those deep angles I was mentioning in Pop Dog and Team Main. Makaze has that follow-up smoke. 8 kills going into round 10 for FlyQuest total.
Makaze sending some shots to the smoke. Nothing connecting to effectively. We've got Ima coming out on top. Finally, it is a little bit of life in FlyQuest though, as Inns and Vexite taking a couple of frags. They are actually in a position where they held the advantage for a moment, but Bit's drawn that right back to a 3v3. Here's the flank from Wonderful, round the side, and Pop pulls out the 5-7. FlyQuest can't catch a break, and the only thing breaking are their bones at the bullets of NAVI. It's Regali left in a clutch ahead of him. 1v3, he's got himself the first and just couldn't capitalize on Bit. Finished off as NAVI continue. Here come FlyQuest for a B hit. All 5 players going to be trying to funnel into the defense here against Wonderful and Bit. Wonderful misses the shot, then that's the opening for FlyQuest to get in, but he's actually going aggressive, and he takes that fight against JKS, and he gets away. He goes back in for a peek again, and Wonderful, I don't know how, but he's still standing. Bits come to help him, Imma showing up, and we've got Regali left with nothing to do. He gets one pick at least to prevent the clean sheet, but no one is a weakness right now for NAVI.
Molotov to set up Makaze stepping into T-mid. And that is Vexite setting up utility for his Ivy players. Makaze is going to call that out. He was looking towards Ivy. And now Alexi knows exactly what's happening on the map. And there's a dink onto the bomb carrier of fnatic.
fnatic. Great pick, and Regali to make sure it's a quick follow-up as well onto Alexi B. Could this be FlyQuest's first round of train? The bomb is going down. It's been a, I don't remember ever saying that, to be honest. Here goes fnatic. Gonna be looking towards the camera. Here comes Bitten on the backside. 2 headshots lined up just like that for him, and the machine will feast. It's now JKS 1v3 to prevent a 12-0 half going against FlyQuest. The utility dumping at his feet, a smoke and flash going out.
Not planted for him.
The defuse is being stuck around the corner, and NAVI will confirm it. A 12-0 lead. They had a 10-day boot camp heading into the major. They felt more confident. Well, they are riding a high here in stage 2.
Taking their time with this hit. Not even realizing that FlyQuest has all the information, that they're starting to walk into position for a trap. They need some clean entrances into this B hit.
On the charge out, it's going to be JKS with the first kill. Vexite following up. FlyQuest with a 2-man advantage. Still going is JKS. Still not down as Wonderful gets ever closer to the oil train. That bomb plant finally being secured here for NAVI. Can Wonderful and Alexi B close out a 13-0? And now it all falls to Wonderful. That responsibility, and he won't. Regali keeps play going for a little bit longer, and FlyQuest, a little bit of relief, Jason. It won't be the 13-0.
It may not seem like much, but that's awesome for FlyQuest.
Now the comeback.
Yeah. Now we're underway. And right where they want them. Play chasing perfection.
Yeah, of course. All right, 2 deeks here. We've got Wonderful Makaze bringing them out, and everybody else just hanging out on the default weapon. FlyQuest should get a second without issue.
Yeah, even with the bomb plan, I think with the scoreline, they're just like, let's maximize gun rounds. Like, we don't have to go for this force here. We don't have to win it whatsoever.
No, I think just with the way FlyQuest,
we've
got the 3-0 result in stage 1 of the competition, Jason. I was someone that thought this was possible, to be honest, coming into today, just with the way NAVI have been playing.
FlyQuest also have a secondary goal throughout this major due to those rough performances that you mentioned as this lineup came together. Been starting to drift down that VRS invite bubble as well.
Right.
So obviously wanting focus is 100% on the major, but along the way they'd like to rack up some good wins to keep them receiving those invites. But now the rifles come in, the AK-47s for NAVI's attack, and we get to see the first gun rounds.
The first and potentially the last here on train. Let's see what NAVI have up their sleeve. We got Bit, who's been looking fantastic. Straight away to the first opening kill. JKS was there. They had a double push on the ramp. We'll see if NAVI decides to respond quickly based on that info. And they're held behind nades, so the answer to that is no.
I think NAVI's going to be okay with that. Going 1-for-1 on the T side of train, you want to start exploiting those gaps, and you want to start forcing some movement and force this defense to make a decision of where they want to allocate their resources. So now you throw a little bit of extra utility outside. 3 players for FlyQuest looking like they're about to execute a mid-round piece of aggression into Team main. Vexite's going to step right through that, so he's found the timing, finds the information, but still 3 defenders out here. And that kill is going to force NAVI to pick up the pace.
JKS, sharp shooting onto Alexi B, goes back again, this time railed by Wonderful. Now another headshot from Wonderful. The AWPer doing it on the AK-47. We've got Imma moving up into the back lines.
I like this scaling. Going to be a tough fight, though.
Yeah, Regali now peeks in towards him. Imma's got that kill, and now it falls to Vexite. A 13-2 win queued up here for NAVI.
They think he's on the flank, though. They think he's on the flank because they haven't seen him yet.
Now they're getting in the shadow. It's going to be a kill for Vexite. Now they know where he is. Can Wonderful close this out with a 3K?
He's got a kit.
A 13-2. He hides in behind Oil Train. Searching for him. Wonderful. He's going to wait, just biding his time. That defuse, it's the full stick. He's going to hold it. Then Wonderful will close it out. It is NAVI who've come to Budapest hoping for some confidence in their opening game. And well, they have got bucket loads of it.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.